The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's going on, everybody? TGIF. Happy Friday, baby. Here we are. It's Friday. We get ready to review these markets. We get ready to look at these markets. We get ready to talk about these markets. You know, we're getting ready to get into everything Friday, guys. Look, starting to turn the corner. Starting to turn the corner. I can feel it. I can feel the change in the market coming. You can see the change in the market coming a little bit. We're starting to dig ourselves out of this little pullback that we had. The markets are looking great. The markets are looking phenomenal right now as of today. So it is Friday. It is Friday. It is Friday. We are up. We are at it. We're ready to go. We're ready to look at these things. We're ready to start turning this corner, guys. We have some positive news on the Solana side. Positive news on the Ethereum side. We'll talk a little bit about these ETFs, what this means, what the price impact will look like, and how these things can actually help your projects that are connected to these particular assets, guys. This thing is going to be good. It's Friday, man. We're all feeling a little bit of relief today when we're waking up and we're looking at the charts. We're looking at the markets. Looks like a little bit of relief going on. But we got to talk about what happened last night too, right? What happened last night, and I know, you know, we don't get into a lot of politics on this channel, but we have to talk about it because it drives a lot of what happens in these markets as well. That was a disgrace. I can't believe what I watched last night. And the world watched it, right? And it was one of these things that when you look at it, by the end of it, I didn't even know what the hell I was watching. That was a disgrace last night. I cannot believe that this is the best we got going on right now. This is the best we got going on as a country. You know, as a country, this is the best we got going on. I see you, Seiko. I see you, Junior. I can't believe after a week of debate prep that's what we rolled out in front of the people of the United States and the world last night. I know that everybody has probably in their family has dealt with somebody who has dementia and has seen them steadily decline. And that's what we seen last night. That was terrible. That was embarrassing. It was terrible. Both people were terrible. That's why I feel comfortable about talking about it. If that's the best we got, we're in trouble. If that's the best we got, we're in trouble. But one person was terrible just from telling the truth standpoint, and the other person was terrible just because their health is completely shot. Completely shot. And for that display to be on last night, we should the American people should be ashamed of themselves that that's the best we got. That's the best we got. They should literally be ashamed of themselves. And by the end of it, as far as Biden goes, I felt sorry for the dude. Like, I literally was like, damn, I can't even believe that they rolled him out there like that. Like, you rolled this dude out there after a week of debate prep and you couldn't put a sentence together. At one point, they weren't even talking about Medicare, and he just said Medicare. Like, that was the only thing on his mind, Medicare. In the middle of talking about a war, he comes out and says Medicare. Yo, they got to replace him. It's all. Trump will win this election. This is one of the reasons why you see the markets in grain today, is because Trump is good for business. Trump is good for business. And after that display last night, there is no way in hell that Biden can even put up a fight. He can't put up a fight. He cannot put up a fight in this election. What's going on, Selma? How are you, brother? But one of the reasons why you see the markets in green, completely in green today, is because Trump is good for business. That was on full display last night. He's good for business. You know, he's going to keep these tax cuts coming for business, and it's good for business. And the markets are reacting to what happened last night. But what really happened last night was when these guys tell you that this man is declining, and then they come out and say, well, no, behind closed doors, these conversations are fully coherent. That's smoke and mirrors, man. That's smoke and mirrors. You seen that on display last night. By the end of last night, literally, I felt sorry for the president of the United States. I did. I said, everybody in their family, like I said before, has dealt with somebody inside of their family that has dementia. You're watching their health decline right in front of you. I've dealt with it. I know a lot of other people have dealt with it. That's what we witnessed last night. You cannot roll this man out there. You cannot roll this. Rolling this man out there in a debate is not healthy for him. It's not healthy for the country. It's not healthy for anybody involved. What we seen last night was something I've never seen before. I've never seen what we watched last night unfold. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And I've watched a lot of debates, from local debates to state debates to national debates. I've never seen that before. And by the end of it, I literally felt sorry for that dude, man, that they even rolled him out there like that. You can't tell me that you spend a week of debate prep and that's what you get. That's what you get. And I felt sorry for that dude. He's got to step down, man. Somebody's got to have a conversation with him and say, yo, man, you served the country great for a long time. Your time has passed. It's time for you to go collect Medicare. You got to step down. I don't even know what to say. That I heard that too. I heard that they're probably gonna get on the phone with Michelle. They probably should get on the phone with Michelle. They should get on the phone with somebody. What time does PI go live? I think around 9:00. I think, I'm not sure what time Pi goes live, Junior. I'm assuming early this morning. But it's about time Pi goes live. Someone should run. He should. Someone should run, man. He should. But yo, I don't know. I mean, we got to talk about it, right? We got to talk about what happened last night, because at the end of the day, it does affect uh the markets. You see the markets reacting to what happened last night. We'll get into it in a minute. They're all green. They're all green because there's no way in hell that Biden can win. There's no way in hell. Seiko Hunt Pelosi, 24. I'll take it. Let's go. I'll take it. Let's go. Let's do it. I'll be your champion. I'll be out there. Let's go, baby. Let's go with TGIF. But yeah, I mean, big businesses love what they seen last night. There's no way in hell that man can win. Biden. There's no way in hell that he can win. I wish Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was allowed on the stage last night. I think we would have seen something, something a little bit special. I think something a little bit neutral, a little bit on that middle ground. I think he would have gained a lot of support last night, but Biden's cooked. He's done. He doesn't even know what freaking day of the week it is, man. It's over for him, man. And it's unfortunate, because it's not that it's over for him because, he didn't do well. He didn't do well by the country. It's over for him because his mental health is shot. The man's got dementia. He couldn't even put a sentence together. He's shot. It's over. Some people got to retire, man. But you look at how the markets reacted last night. The Asian market's completely in green. The European market woke up this morning damn near completely in green. You look at our pre-markets, completely in green. Headlines all over the place. This dude shot. He shot. It's over. IBIT looks like it's going to open up on the positive today, which should drive the Bitcoin price even stronger today. So we do like to see that. We love to see that on a Friday going into the weekend. If the markets are strong on a Friday at close, and crypto's good and crypto's strong on a Friday, usually that sets up for a really, really, really good weekend. And we need a good weekend right now. We just kind of been trading sideways, been hanging out, waiting for this market to turn around. And I can start to see the slow turnaround in this market, in this cryptocurrency market, where we're slowly starting to dig ourselves back to where we were before this minor setback, right? You look at the market cap sitting at $2.28 trillion, up $2 billion from Wednesday, the last time we talked. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index is sitting at 46, which is right around where it was when we looked at it on Wednesday. You look at the Bitcoin though, it's up on the hour, up on the 24-hour. None of this is by accident, right? A lot of this is driven from what happened and what happened last night. Ethereum is up on the day, on the hour, and on the week. So Ethereum's doing really well right now. We're anticipating these ETFs coming out soon. That's going to be huge for Heat. What's going on, brother? What's up? Good morning, TGIF to you, my brother. A lot of Ethereum's price right now, and the market's price right now, is being driven by these ETFs. We're anticipating an Ethereum ETF coming out really, 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 really soon. And this is going to be positive for everything Ethereum, right? It's going to be a positive for everything Ethereum. That means everything attached to Ethereum, it's a positive for, because if Ethereum's price continues to go up, especially when these ETFs come out, and Ethereum's price, really does what Bitcoin's price does when the ETFs came out, everything attached to Ethereum will go up by default, right? So what you're going to see out here is you're going to see a lot of these Ethereum projects. They're going to start to run. Why are they going to start to run? Not because the projects are doing anything different, not because they're any more special today than they were, uh, the day before the ETFs came out. It's simply the fact that Ethereum will run, which will drive the price of these projects up, which in turn will make us some money, which in turn will, which in turn will be good and positive for the market. Pi really a thing? Yeah, it is, man. People been mining that thing for forever, man, and they just have never gone live. They're supposed to go live today. I hope they go live today. I hope for everybody's sake that's been mining Pi forever that Pi goes live today, because there's been a lot of people who spend a lot of time mining Pi and signing people up and doing all that stuff that KYC and all that stuff. Pi has been probably one of the longest anticipated going live cryptos that I've known about. Everybody's talking about Pi. Everybody's talking about when it's going to go live. Everybody was talking about how much Pi they were mining. Everybody was talking about being millionaires off of Pi. And you got nothing, right? So I hope it goes live today. I hope it goes live today so that everybody like Selmo, who's been mining it forever, has the ability to see their time and their efforts pay off, right? I didn't mine Pi. I wasn't in that whole mining Pi thing, but this thing has been so anticipated. It's going live. It's not going live. It's going live. It's not going live. It is, just roll the thing out. End of the second quarter. Second quarter today. Yeah, it is the end of the second quarter today. Yeah, we're supposed to get some data today too. So going to drive the market. I think the data will come in decent. Micro Pelosi home. Here we go, baby. XRP. Listen, man, that XRP settlement, I'm not even putting a date on it, a time on it, a dollar range on it anymore. They just need to settle that thing. And it's long overdue. And come on, like we got to get that thing's got to get put behind XRP in order for XRP to run at all. Core PCE report this morning. Yeah, PCE comes out. It's gonna be. I think we're gonna be fine. I don't expect any. Any big up or down with core PCE. I think everything's baked in right now. Lost $300 on Trump coin. Trump coin we played last night. Yeah, man, these political tokens are just rolling out, man. They are just rolling out, man. So you gotta be careful which ones you get into. I mean, there's legitimate ones out there like MAGA and Biden and things like that are legitimate, that are have been out for a little while, and definitely are decent plays, right? But some of these newer ones that are rolling out, you better be careful. You better be careful. But yeah, I hope Pi goes live soon so that people can start cashing in on all the hard work that they put in. I find it to be crazy that it's taking this long, but it is what it is. SRP settlement, not gonna be much. Not gonna be much. Maybe 2x. 2x that most. Yeah, but the thing about the XRP settlement is it's just been such of a negative on crypto that the quicker we can put that behind us, the better off cryptocurrency is going to be in general. And that's one of the reasons why I want to see it settled. Because I think at some point the crypto industry just needs to move forward. Whatever that settlement is, we just need to move forward and get beyond this whole XRP Ripple mess, right? We need to take that and we need to put that in the rearview mirror, because it always comes up and it's always a negative on the cryptocurrency market. At this point, it was a positive when the fight was about whether XRP was a security or a commodity, right? And we know now that XRP is a commodity. It's won that case. That case has been settled for a while. That was the big one, right? That set the standard. That set a lot of standards for cryptocurrency in general. Now they're just fighting over what I call ridiculousness. The literally the fight that they're having right now is ridiculous. It should have been settled long ago. It's really about institutional investors and whether or not they had access to XRP before, whether the pre-sale was legit, whether it wasn't legit, all this stuff, right? Here's the thing. XRP knows that they did something wrong. They know that they're going to have to pay a fine. It's just a matter of the price. And you mean to tell me that you can't get smart people in the room to come up with a price? You mean to tell me that you can't get smart people in the room to come up with a price? That just does not make any sense to me. That this has now the SEC jumped off the ledge and said $2 billion or some crazy stuff like that, right? They jumped off the ledge. That was just nuts, right? But we're to a point now where we're looking at maybe 200 million. We're looking at a settlement price. We're close. That should be close to a settlement price, that they should have had this thing worked out already. And it's just one of these things that need to be put in the rearview mirror. I feel the same way about the Coinbase situation, the Coinbase case. That's something that needs to be settled. It needs to be put in the rearview mirror, and the crypto industry just needs to move forward. Because what happens with these cases, and the longer that they draw out and the longer they actually push back the bull run. They actually push it back, because at any moment in time, if these things aren't settled, you get negative news. And what happens when you get negative news? The market goes down, right? The market goes down because of the news, and you take 2 steps forward, 2 steps backwards, 2 steps forward, 2 steps backwards, because of these things that are going on in the news. So you have to get above, you have to get beyond that. You have to settle these things. You have to get them in court. You got to get them out of court. And whatever the settlement is, it is, right? And it's the same with Coinbase. Coinbase needs to settle their case with the SEC. And we need to move on. We just need to move on. It's great. It's great news. XRP, Coinbase, all these cases that come up, all these lawsuits that happen. It's great news. It gives people a crap ton to talk about. It doesn't do anything for the crypto industry in general. It doesn't do anything to move crypto forward the longer these things drag on, right? And there's really no reason for the XRP case to be going this long, really. It's not. So people will say that it's the SEC that's dragging out. Some people will say it's Ripple that's dragging it out. It's both of them. They're both guilty of dragging this case out. And who's it hurting? It's hurting the XRP holders at the end of the day. So not only is the SEC hurting the XRP holders, but so isn't Ripple in general hurting the XRP holders, because they got to be reasonable with the settlement as well. And it is what it is. Solana, $145, guys. Solana's up 10% on the week, 4.7% on the day. and 4% on the hour. Why? VanEck applied for a Solana ETF. I didn't think that this was going to come. I didn't think that this was going to happen so fast. But VanEck stepped up to the plate. They applied for a Solana ETF. Where are we at with that right here? Solana jumps almost 10%. Is that VanEck applies for this ETF for Solana. I think that this is a good move for VanEck to be the first one to jump in this ring with Solana as an ETF. I think it's a positive move for Solana. I think it's a good move for VanEck, as VanEck being one of the big dogs in this ETF race to go ahead and start this process. Now, let's go back. You had BlackRock starting the process for Bitcoin, really kicking it off, right? And then you had really Fidelity starting the process for the Ethereum, really kicking that one off, right? And talking about it, and then everybody else jumping on board. I think, and now you have VanEck really starting the process for Solana, and everybody else will jump on board. I think that these guys from the financial side of things are doing this really smart, right? You just don't see BlackRock out here applying for every single ETF that they can apply for first, and then everybody's saying BlackRock's driving crypto ETFs, right? You don't see one company doing that. These guys are kind of coordinating. I think that these guys are kind of coordinating who's going to apply for what and when, right? And then everybody else jumps on the train after these applications have been, accepted, or they've been implemented, or actually been applied for, right? So you have VanEck right now. You have VanEck right now that is going to apply for the Solana ETF. So don't be surprised within the next couple of days if you see Franklin Templeton jump on board, if you see BlackRock jump on board, if you see all the rest of these other big financial institutions start to jump on board with the Solana ETF, with VanEck leading the way. I think that these guys are kind of coordinating these things on who's going to apply for what and when. And I think that that's the smart way to do it, right? And then that way, you don't have one financial institution that's taking the heat for just applying for all of these ETFs and them guys running the crypto market, right? Everybody's going to kind of try to, take some of that together, right? So I think that that's smart. I think it's a coordinated effort. And I like what they're seeing. I would much rather, though, I'm from the boat where I would much rather not see any more of these single ETFs be applied for. I think that we need an ETF where you have multiple cryptocurrencies inside of one ETF, right? I think that them would be more effective, them would be more appealing to an investor. I think that a combination of maybe the top 5 or the top 10 or the top 15 cryptos all in one ETF would be great for the market, right? But we'll take what we can get. And right now, Solana One is sitting out here, now at the SEC. The application is now at the SEC, and we'll see what happens. But here's the beauty of this, right? As Solana moves up in price, and if it gets this ETF approved, much like we just talked about Ethereum, if it gets this ETF approved, you're going to see the Solana price really jump. What's going to happen with everything that's connected to Solana, like Punke, and like Bonk, and all of the other projects that we talk about? Their price is going to dramatically increase. Why? Because Solana's increasing. It's nothing that the project's not doing anything different than it did, before. It's just that the Solana price will jump, which will jump the price of their token, which in turn will make us money, right? And this is kind of what we want to see. Quant 71. Yeah, I was looking at this morning. I was going to put a limit buy in, and then I just ran out of time. Yeah, I definitely probably put a limit buy in on Quant today. Man, that thing's dropping. Like a rock. Makes sense. Makes sense. A lot. A lot. Yeah, it makes sense a lot what happened today, right? Like, there's you're coming off the debate, you got core inflation data coming out. You guys are talking about Pi going live today, which is a big thing. Got a lot that's happening on a Friday. I still am under the belief that we're going to see an Ethereum ETF go live on the stock exchange very, very soon, right? Very, very, very soon. We're talking early July soon, right? And I think that that's just going to send the market. I think that the market will be in full send mode here pretty soon. This minor pullback was a shakeout. Like, they literally were shaking people out. And a lot of people got shaken out, man. I watched a lot of people on X, and I watched, I listened to a lot of people, and they're like, well, we're not buying right now, or we kind of took our profits and got out. We'll jump back in on the downturn. Here's the problem. One, you weren't buying the dip. If you would have bought the dip, you would have been sitting pretty. You would have been sitting real nice. You just come over here and you look at buying a dip on a Dogecoin that was sitting at like 11 cents, low 11 cents. You're almost up a penny per Dogecoin that you bought right now if you would have just bought the dip, right? The same with Avalanche. We looked at Avalanche the other day on Wednesday. It was sitting at $24, right? $24 and some change. It's up to $28. If you would have just bought the dip, you would have been up almost $4. So a lot of people sit on the sidelines during these events, and what happens is they miss out. They miss it. They miss it. Why? Because they're scared. They're scared, right? And you can't be scared in this market. Scared money don't make money. It's just that simple. That saying has always been around. It'll always stay around, and it'll always be true. Scared money doesn't make money. If you're not investing when the market is down, you will lose every single time. You will lose. And I was on stream, and I said to you guys, I said, listen, when the market was down, I was buying. I was buying certain cryptos, right? And then what did I do? I also said to you guys that I went out and I took a long. I took a long on Jasmine. I took a long on Avalanche. I took a long on Pepe. I took a long on Bonk. And I also took a long on Ethereum with low leverage. So there's a lot of room for that price movement in there, right? There's a lot of room. I woke up this morning, I looked at my longs. They're all in double-digit greens right now. Why? Because if you believe in what you believe in, and you're looking at the market, and you know that you're just on a dip, a baby dip, you have to take advantage of that. And people that are sitting on the sidelines, they will miss this every single time. They will miss this every single time because they're scared. Scared money cannot make money. It's that simple. Yo, clocking in. All right, Junior, have a good TGIF, man. TGIF, brother. What you thinking about the I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm not selling the news, right? I'm not selling the news. I'm in this thing for the long term. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I think Solana is gonna run. Bitcoin's gonna run. Ethereum's gonna run. Avalanche is gonna run. These top tokens are gonna run. I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with buying the dip. We're all exhausted with buying the dip. We've been buying the dip for over 24 months, right? We've been in this bear market buying the dip. And that's why I said concentrate on a few projects. Don't buy the dip on a ton of projects, right? Concentrate on a couple projects that you really want to buy the dip on and really go in on them. Get your bags right. And then there may be another dip that comes where you have to concentrate on another couple projects where you're buying the dip and then you're getting your bags right, and then it'll all pay off in the end, right? We're looking end of 2024, beginning of 2025 before this market's really in full send mode, right? So there's going to be more dips. There's just going to be more dips, and you have to make a choice. Either you're going to sit on the sidelines and you're going to wait for the market to come back to you in your bags to be back in the green, or you're going to DCA down into whatever projects you decide to DCA down into. There's not a right way, there's not a wrong way to do that. I'm a personal believer of, for every downturn, I'll take 3 cryptos and I'll DCA my way down into them, or I'll buy more of them, right? But I won't concentrate on everything that I hold, right? Some stuff like ICP for me, I'm done DCAing into that for right now, right? Like I'm gonna let the market come back to me before I even have to worry about it. It's down enough that there's no reason for me to go chase it right now. It's either moon or dust, right? It's either moon or dust, right? And there's certain cryptos in your portfolio where you got to say, you know what, it's either moon or dust on that one, right? For right now. Now then, the next dip, you may change your mind and say, you know what, I've DCA'd down into enough of my other projects. I'm ready to start working on this one. But you can't just DCA down on everything. What's up, Big Watch Dudes in the building? What's going on, brother? But a lot of people that sat on the sidelines for the past couple of weeks, during this dip or a week or so, they've taken the opportunity to lose a lot of money. That's basically what happened. I mean, you even look at Polkadot. Polkadot was down to $5.50. It's up to, sitting right here today, $6.38, right? You're looking at it being up 7.5%. You're losing, you lost out on the ability to look at and make, $1 per Polkadot, just by buying this particular dip alone. That we were in. Chainlink, same way. This thing was down to $13, right? I mean, you look at it, it's up 3.4%. Well, when you just look at it as pure dollars and cents, if you were buying 2 days ago at $13, you're up $1 per Chainlink right now. Just by buying the dip that was present at the time, right? That everybody knew we weren't going to stay in for a long time. Everybody knew that this was going to be a short-term dip. Like we talked about it, like this was short-term. This wasn't, Pepe's up 10% on the week, doing really, really well right now. Really well. But who's killing it right now? Kaspa. Kaspa is absolutely killing it. We've been buying Kaspa forever. It's up to 18 cents right now. It's up 28% on the week. 5.4% on the day. So Kaspa is getting ready, their main net is doing its thing. They're getting ready to launch contracts over there on the Kaspa blockchain. Kaspa up to number 24. I keep telling you guys, top 15. Kaspa is going to sit in the top 15. It's already moving all the way up from the 30s, all the way up to 24. Doesn't have much longer to go, much further to go to get in to crack that top 15. Kaspa will be a top 15 token by the bull run. It will be a top 15 token by the bull run. We've talked about this for months about Kaspa, all the way back at 7 cents, right? We kept saying Kaspa is going to make a run. It's going to make itself known. The community's too big. There's too many people that are anticipating the launch. There's too many people that are looking at Kaspa as a blockchain that can solve a lot of the issues that are out here now. and it was a sleeping giant for a while. Now it's no longer a sleeping giant. It's just a giant. It's going to get to the top 15, and you can see it. You look at this. When the whole market was taking a crap over the past week, Caspa's up 27.6%. It's showing you where the money's flowing. You're starting to see where the money is starting to flow into these cryptos, right? Internet Computer is just absolutely taking a crap. It's just absolutely. It's just absolutely. I don't even know. It'll come back. I'm not worried about ICP, but from a pure money flow standpoint, ICP is just taking a crap. It just has gone straight down. You're looking at $8.25. Like, this thing it's a great buying opportunity for anybody who don't own ICP or wants a DCA down into ICP. It's a great buying opportunity. But this thing has fallen. So this thing has fallen tremendously over the past 4 or 5 months. Like, this thing has just absolutely taken a nosedive, much like Matic. It's just absolutely taking a nosedive. You got to start to step back and ask yourself why, right? Why? Render's doing okay. Quant's way down, like someone said, $71. Again, if you believe in quant, I believe in quant. If you believe in quant, that's a great buying opportunity, right? But let's be honest, quant's taken a nosedive over the past couple months. I've never owned ICP before. It's a great buying opportunity if you believe in it, if you believe in what's going on over there at Internet Computer. But I can tell you, it is way down from where it was months ago. Timsky, good morning. Good morning, brother. Good morning. It's definitely a great buying opportunity. But for anybody who was buying even during the bear market, coming out of the bear market into this pump up that we had of Bitcoin, we'll tell you ICP is taking an absolute crap. Quant, same thing. I believe in where Quant's going to go. I think Quant's going to do amazing things. I think it's going to play a huge role in the ISO atmosphere when the ISO coins get to moving. I think Quant's going to be a top tier ISO coin. But when we talk about it honestly, right? Quant is absolutely taking a absolute crap dive over the past couple months. And if you're not DCAing down into that, you're upside down. Do we still think Crow will be top 20? I think Crow's going to make a run. I do still believe that Crow's going to get to $1. I believe that. Crow can do itself some favors by getting Chrono straightened out and getting some meme coins launched over there that actually make a run. Crypto.com can do itself a favor by actually getting behind a couple of these meme coins as well and helping them run. It can do itself a favor. But until that Chronos blockchain really starts to take off and really starts to run, you're going to see kind of Crow struggle a little bit. I know it's connected to Crypto.com. I know there's a lot of other things that are connected to Crow. But, let's keep it real this Friday. Until that blockchain gets up and running and they got some projects over there that are actually like really moving and bringing in a ton of volume, Crow's going to struggle. We're going to trade sideways. And Crypto.com can do itself some favors. It can get behind some of these tokens. You've seen Solana get behind Bonk. You see where Bonk's at, right? You see where Bonk's at. So you've seen Coinbase get behind Brett. You see where Brett is, right? You see Brett moving, right? You see where Brett is, right? So it's not unheard of for these big corporations and crypto exchanges to get behind some of these meme coins and really push them. And you haven't seen Crow. You haven't seen crypto.com do that yet. You haven't seen crypto.com do that yet. And they need to. They need $1 billion coin over there, right? They need $1 billion coin, a $1 billion meme. They need a couple other memes to hit that high couple $100,000 mark over there to bring that volume over there. And until that happens, you're gonna see Cronos right where it is. 9, 10, 11 cents. You know, you're gonna see it up in there. You know, because the exchange can only push Cronos so far, right? They're only going to drive the price so far, and then you have to utilize the token actually what it was built for, and that's that blockchain. And it's going to be volume. It's going to be volume. How do you get volume? If crypto.com actually came out and said that, hey, this meme coin launched on the Cronos blockchain, and we fully support it, kind of like Solana did with Bonk and Coinbase did with Brett, you would see that thing explode, probably get to $1 billion market cap, and you would see probably this Cronos token absolutely explode. But until that happens, we are where we are, right? You know, Stellar's another one. You know, they got it. You know, with the Sorban upgrade, you know, they need a project over there to take off on that blockchain. You know, they need some volume over there. They need a project to take off, which is why you see Stellar trading sideways as well. They need to go ahead and launch something, get behind it. Stronghold, I think, is that project, but that's more of a financial solution. I would love to see a meme coin launch on Stellar, and Stellar get behind it, and Stellar really, you know, send it to the moon. Crow with a knife. Yeah, that one's going. That one's moving. It didn't drop a 0 yesterday. He didn't Crow with a knife drop a 0 yesterday. I thought I seen something where it said it dropped a 0 yesterday. Big Watch says crypto.com needs an upgrade on their interface in their layout. You know, I don't use it, so I don't know. I can't use crypto.com in New York, so I don't know what their mobile user interface looks like. But if it doesn't look right, then they probably do need an upgrade. They got Eminem, yeah. You only got so, you know. Come on, man. I mean, you still got to move the token. You still got to move the token. You still got to have volume on that exchange, on that decentralized you know, on the blockchain. Move the token. I mean, the Cronos token itself was built as a gas token for the blockchain. Eventually you got to get to what it's used for, right? In order for it to move, you got to get to what it was used, what it was built for. And the best way for them to do that, I mean, could you imagine, even Crow with knife, right? Could you imagine if crypto.com came out and said, we support this meme project? What that would do for that project? Could you just imagine that? Like, that thing would go nuts, right? You know, it's I hate using it. It's my only CEX. Yeah, it's like I know, Timsky, you're all over it. You're all over it. So Big Watt says that they need to use new user interface. So, you know, same here, Timsky. So he says that it's same here. It's the only one he uses. Not many good options. Not many good options in Canada. Okay. I have Coinbase and Gemini, and it's because I'm in New York, and them are the only two really exchanges that you can really use in New York. So they need to push. They need to push their DeFi. Their DeFi. They do. That's what I'm saying. Is they really need to push their DeFi side. Yeah, but they haven't really pushed a token. You know what I'm saying? Crow hasn't really pushed, Crypto.com hasn't really pushed a meme coin, right? They haven't got behind it. When you look at Coinbase and Brett, right, they're connected, right? You know that they're connected. You know that Coinbase is behind it. It's in their wallet. It's one of the first things that comes up. It's, they're really behind it, right? And when you look at Solana is really behind Bonk, right? Like they're pushing and pushing. Bonk, which you look at it, and that's what you need. That's what Crow needs. Crow needs to, even if it's a new launch, a new meme coin, they need $1 billion. They need something to run from launch to $1 billion. And it's got to be a meme, right? They're so big on utility over at Cronos, and I understand why they're big on utility over there at Cronos on their blockchain. I get it. I understand it. It's a credibility thing. It's it's just kind of what they do, but they got to get behind the meme and they got to launch it, and that thing's got to go to $1 billion, and they got to get behind it. They got to help the team push it. Even if they put a team together and they don't say that they put a team together and they launch a token, a meme project that runs to $1 billion or a couple $1 billion, and they're working side by side with Crypto.com, this is what happened with Solana. You don't think that when Bonk launched, that the Solana team wasn't behind that, or they weren't in a room together? You're fooling yourself. You're nuts. It's all over the Solana phones. It's everywhere. So these guys are working together, and that thing is getting pushed and pushed and pushed. And Crow needs to do the same thing, or they're going to find themselves in the same situation that they're in now, where this thing's just going to keep trading sideways. You need that DeFi platform to take off for this Cronos token really to run. And that falls with the Crow team. It falls with the people that are running Crow. They've got to get behind something. And could you imagine the hype that if Crow actually launched a token that it was on its way to $1 billion? Could you imagine the hype? Just look back and look at our most recent $1 billion coin on Base, right? Which was Brett. Before it got to $1 billion, the hype of just it getting to $1 billion, when it got to 300K, when it got to 400K, 500K, 600K, the hype, that people that were hyping that up. Will it get to $1 billion? Will it get to $1 billion? Now, imagine Cronos doing the same thing, right? Imagine Cronos, a crypto on Cronos, a meme on Cronos, getting to 200, 300, 400 million, right? And then all of a sudden, you're working your way up to that $1 billion meme coin, in the hype behind that, and everybody talking about that. It's going to drive the price of that Cronos up, because people are going to be buying it on the DeFi side, and they have not had that type of hype yet. They need it. They need it, and they need it bad. They need it bad. And I don't understand how the team doesn't see that, but they need it. Like, if there's one blockchain that I would say that needs a meme coin to take off, it's Cronos. They absolutely need it. Looking at the chart, looking at the crypto bubbles over here, guys, they look really good on the day. On the hour, Quant is actually up 1.5%. Selmo is coming out of that 71 cents. I might miss it. I might miss the limit order. I'm not going to miss it because I'm going to buy it anyways, but I'm going to put a limit order in, when we're off a stream here. But definitely Quant starting to dig out a little bit. Look at Brett. Look at my boy Brett over here, up again 0.8%. Doing its thing, man. really doing its thing. So market is looking really, 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 really good this morning so far. Um, Looks like we're moving to that positive sentiment, moving to that positive upside. Um, and couldn't be, we need it. We need a good weekend. We definitely need a good weekend. Doge is looking strong. SHIB is looking strong right now. Down on the week, but looking strong on the day and looking strong on the hour. Pepe is looking really, really strong as well. Right now, looking like, that we talked about, and we'll look at it when we get to the charts, that consolidation for Pepe and that consolidation for Jasmine. When the market was down, they were showing strength, and so wasn't Brett. Now, as this market starts to come out and starts to slowly dig its way out, I think you're going to see them guys run. Floki was on Wednesday was down. It was like way underperforming the market. Looks like it's starting to do a little bit better on the day and the hour. It still looks like it's underperforming the market on the week. So Floki may still be a good buy with this point down 3.3% on the week. Because it's going to go, right? It's going to go. When you compare that to Brett right now, sitting at 16 cents, up on the hour, up 1.4% on the hour, 5% on the day, and up 14.4% on the week, right? So, you look at the two, you look at Floki and you look at Brett, and you look at, well, you say to yourself, like, okay, where can I get more immediate return on my investment? It may be in Floki, because Floki has more room to dig itself out of this big pullback, and Brett's already dug itself out. It's up 14% on the week, right? Bonk, same thing, up 14% on the week. Definitely it's down a little bit on the day though. On the hour. So, having a little bit of a retracement, not even 0.5, not even enough to really even blank at, but meme coins are definitely starting to run today. You see the total market cap slowly starting to tick to the upside over here. So definitely meme coins are looking strong this morning. Pepe has proven itself. Big watch. Oh yeah, Pepe has more than proven itself all the way through this bear market, all the way through these little dips. Pepe has more than proven itself to be a top tier crypto. Get over here to the DeFi charts, and then I'll let you guys go for the morning. Daddy token, looking good today. Looking like it wants to put in a green day today. $1.70 right now. About 1.7 million market cap. Definitely had a big fall. Definitely had a big pullback here when the market went down. But looked like it's showing some strength today. Looks like it wants to run back to the upside. Get that thing back up to a $2 million market cap, and we can start to talk about getting it back up to a 3. But Daddy Coin definitely looks like it's got some staying power, guys. I'm still in there. Ponke, looking good, 43 cents. We talking about this thing at 18 cents, at 12 cents, man. This thing's moving. And just remember, guys, if the Solana ETFs, we talk about this, if the Solana ETFs get approved, or the news of them being approved is positive, these Solana tokens are going to run, because Solana's price is going to go up, which is going to drive the price of these tokens that are on Solana up, the same way they're going to drive these Ethereum tokens up. So understand that. And could be, when you look at these positive moves in the Solana tokens right now, could be the news of that ETF and that Solana price going up 10%, right? So don't be surprised if that Solana price is up 10% and you see here's another Solana token, Cheeks, right? It's up, right? It's up. What, don't be surprised if you start to see a bunch of Solana tokens start to be up, because Solana price is starting to go up. Fundamentally, nothing has changed with these particular projects, right? But so be aware of that. So be definitely aware of that. We have Brett. We talked about Brett, but Brett's actually 16 cents, actually doing a surreal thing. And look at the strengths that it showed. Right here's where everybody bombed out. All right. A lot of other meme coins bombed out right here during this downturn. Look at where Brett is. You'll see the same thing with Pepe. Look at where Brett is. Brett just traded sideways during this whole fiasco, right? During this whole craziness where everybody thought the sky was falling in and crypto was going to zero and everybody was on X crying like little babies and dropping their crypto bags. You seen Brett, it held on, right? Same with, you see the same thing going on with Jasmy, right? It showed its strength right here. It suffered this little downturn at the initial, when the market initially started to go down. It suffered that little downturn. And then what did it do? It just traded sideways for days. Now it's starting to dig out. It showed its strength when a lot of the other projects were bombing out. Jasmy's another one. It showed its strength. It showed that it can hold this line at 3 cents. Here's one. You go back over to the base chain, you look at the second biggest token on base, you look at DGen, right? And you look at this down, right? This whole market, this down. It didn't show that it could hold up during this downturn, and it suffered the consequences. It went from 2 cents all the way down to 208, right? It didn't show the same strength as Brett. It didn't show the same strength as Jasmy. It didn't show the same strength as something like Pepe, right? So, you're gonna have to ride DCA down or ride that out, one or the other. But the charts are the charts. Like, I'm not fudding anything. The chart, I own DGen. I love that project. I think it's a sleeper, right? But during this downturn, it did not show strength. You look at Bonk, it didn't show its strength during that downturn. It didn't show. Now it's starting to come back out, but it took a big hit. It took a big hit when the market took a hit. Compare that to and I own a crap ton of Bonk, but we're gonna be honest today. Keep it real Friday. This thing did not hold up well during a downturn. Did not hold up well at all. DGen was at 2 cents before. Yeah, it was at 2 cents. If you go back, let's see here. Let's wrong one. Go back to like right there. It was at 2 cents. Well, no, actually, yeah, that was 4 cents. So you're looking, that was 3 cents. I think the support line was 2 cents. Yeah, right here. You look at it, it was 2 cents right here. Right in this area right here, big watch. It was 2 cents. It held that for a little while. It took this drop down here to a cent and a half. Came back up to almost 2 cents. It hit 2 cents again right here. It hit 2 cents again right here, and then the market went to shit. But it hit 2 cents right about here. It didn't show its strength, right? And you look at it, it's 208 right now. 208. I can tell you guys right now, like I've I don't know, probably 10 times the size of my DGen bag during this downturn. But I wasn't happy about it. You think it's going back? I think DGen is probably one of the biggest sleepers of this bull market because the base chain needs DGen. right? It needs that layer 3. It's a layer 3 blockchain. It needs that layer 3 to help with some of the volume over there, and to move NFTs and to move things like that. That's where DGen's going to come into play. They're already launching tokens off of DGen already on a base chain. I think DGen's probably one of the biggest sleepers of the bull market. I've said it a couple of times on here. I think it's a sleeper token. I think that, people that were sleeping on it at 2 cents are going to be pissed off when it gets to $2 and so on and so forth. And people that are really sleeping on it now at 2.08 may be really pissed off when it gets back up to like 50, if it gets back up to like 2 cents, right? So, I just think, I just have a feeling that it's going to be a sleeper. It's really one of the only layer 3s on base to take up some of that volume. So we look at Pepe. Look at the strength, man. Look at how strong Pepe was during this downturn. Like we were on stream, right? And I circled this right here. And I said, look, if Pepe can't hold this line, it's going to add a 0 and go back down here to the 9 level, right? Add the 0 and go back down to the 9. It held this line. It dipped down a little bit, but it actually held it, right? And not only did it hold it, but it actually started digging itself out of this nasty downturn long before anybody else, long before any of the other meme coins. Pepe held this line. Not only did they hold it, they're probably by the weekend, if things continue, they're actually probably going to set their new support level above that line. So Pepe has shown itself to be one of the most stable memes in the business. Jasmine, same thing. Even though Jasmine's not a meme, it has shown itself to be stable. Like we looked at the bonk chart, right? You've seen the fall. You've seen this big bonk chart was like this. It went straight down and then sideways, and now it's starting to come up. Bonk. I mean, you look at Pepe, held this. Look at this. Look at how strong that is. Look, Brett's charts, Jasmine chart was the same way. Look at how strong it was during a market that wasn't performing well. That should tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot about the projects and the future of the project, right? If it doesn't, then I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else to tell you. It should say something to you. But I like where Daddy Coin is right now. I like where Punk is right now. I like where a lot of these crypto projects are right now. Don't be surprised though if you see a lot of your Solana tokens over the weekend, over the next couple of days, sitting up here in green. Because if that Solana price starts to push up based on this news, and people start to buy that rumor, and you start to see Solana tick up, it's going to push the rest of these projects up. Also, don't be surprised with your Ethereum projects if, as we get closer to the ETF release, if these projects slowly start to gain strength. So we're talking about Jasmine, we're talking about Pepe, they're connected to Ethereum, right? So if Ethereum really starts to run, now you're looking at strong projects that have already shown strength that'll actually get that next push. It'll get that boost off of Ethereum. So not only is it getting a boost off of how strong this project is, but it's also now getting a boost off of Ethereum. You can see there could possibly be a massive run coming for them particular projects. The closer and closer we get to the Ethereum ETF launch. So these are things that, we should be watching out for. I'm not saying that they're going to come to fruition and they're going to happen. I can't tell the future in Seiko, no, not financial advice. But these are things that we should be looking at. These are things that we should be taking into consideration based on the news, based on the things that are out, based on all of this stuff. These are all things that we should be taking into consideration. We should say, okay, so how far away are the Ethereum ETFs? They're imminent. The Solana ETF probably a little ways away, but you know that people are going to FOMO into the news, right? You know, they're going to buy into that news, which is going to drive that price up. It's just the way that these investors invest. They're going to buy that news, they're going to buy it, and then they're going to sell it, right? But also know that they're going to sell it before that ETF comes out or soon after that ETF comes out. You could expect to see that minor drop. So you got to play the market for what we know the market to be, right? So with that, guys, I'm gonna leave you guys today on this Friday, and just let you guys know I appreciate every single one of you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me on this Friday, listening to me rant a little bit about the market, listen to me rant a little bit about what happened last night and that crap show that happened last night, and how disgusted I was about that, and just getting your Friday started off right with the DGs. Thanks for everybody who showed up in the chat. It looks like there's 50 people, 52 actually, people in this stream between X and between YouTube. Go ahead and smash that like button or smash that heart button over there on X or smash the like button over here on YouTube. Really appreciate it. Channel really appreciates it. You know, you don't got to participate in the chat all the time, but, you know, if you could just give the channel some love by hitting the like button on either platform, really, really appreciate it. Share this out, push it up in the old algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. I want to wish everybody at TGIF. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. And I hope everybody, you know, is finding some success in this cryptocurrency market and making some money in this market. There is links in my description to all the platforms that I use to trade on. So if you want to check them out, you can go ahead and check them out as well. But with that, you guys have an amazing weekend, amazing day. And we'll be back at this thing on Monday, doing it again. And, you know, talking about the market. And, you know, let's make some money, guys. Let's make some money together. That's what it's about. And you guys have a great weekend. I'll see you guys on Monday. Wish you guys nothing but the best. Be safe, be smart, and make good, sound investments, guys. And we will catch you guys on Monday. Have a great one.